Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Progress. On this channel I very often talk about the importance of developing your pieces. The game I'm going to show you now is a great illustration of this golden rule. The game is decided by the number of pieces which are participating actively in the game. It is a game from a weekend tournament in the south of the Netherlands. White is the Dutch Grandmaster Roland Pruijssers and black is the German international master Pruijssers-Stark. Let's have a look at the game. White opened e4, e5, bishop c4, knight f6, d3, c6, knight f3 and d5. Black builds a strong pawn center. Bishop back to b3, a5, a3, a4, kicking the bishop again, bishop a2, bishop d6, knight c3. Here Stark decides to give up his strong pawn center. He takes on e4, knight takes e4, knight takes and d takes, and he played h6. He wants to play queen e7 without being harassed by a bishop coming to g5. Both players castled. Pruijssers played bishop e3. There comes queen e7. And now a surprising move from Pruijssers. He played knight to h4. Now if black does not take the knight, then white will play queen h5 on the next move and will then have a lot of pieces into the attack. You should know that also bishop a2 plays an important role because it pins the black f-pawn. So Stark took on h4, Pruijssers took the piece on d6, and queen takes e4, winning a pawn for black. Rook a e1 from white. Now white has all his pieces apart from rook f1 into the game. Black still has to develop his queen side, and a pawn is a small price to pay for such a position. Black plays queen f5, and now white already wins the pawn back with bishop takes h6. Because if you would take that bishop, then there is rook e3, and this is too much of an attack. Important in this attack is that a king cannot play, as then the rook on f8 will be unprotected. And that's why black decides to play rook e8 on this next move. Rook e3, strengthening the attack. Queen back to f6. And the queens were swapped. White will show that also without the queens, he still has a very strong attack. f4, bringing rook f1 into the game as well. White now has 4 pieces into play. Both rooks, both bishops are into the game, and black only has 1 active piece. His whole queen side is still undeveloped. e4 from Stark. Instead, black could also have played king h7 to win the bishop, because as you can see the bishop does not have any safe squares. But then there is f takes e5, king takes bishop, rook takes f6 check, and white wins. Just to continue the variation, king g5, rook g3 check, the bishop has to interpose, rook takes pawn, rook takes pawn, rook g7 check, king f5, and then with rook 3 takes g4, white wins the piece back and is winning. The engine is on +5 already. Back to the game, e4 was played, Pruijssers played f5, rook a5, desperately trying to get his pieces into the game. Rook g3 check, king h7, rook f4, Rook g8, bishop takes f7, bringing that bishop into the attack. Rook takes g3, and now white does not recapture the rook, but plays the final move of the game, the very comical move, bishop f8. And black resigned here. There's no defense against rook h4 mate. And if you look at black's queen side, knight b8 and bishop c8 are still looking on from their starting squares. White just played with 2 extra pieces in this game. I think this game is a great illustration of the importance of developing your pieces, how good things can happen to you if you do, and how things can go wrong if you do not develop your pieces. Hope you find the game enjoyable and instructive. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess2 Progress channel, please leave a comment, and if you liked the video, it would be great if you could share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You also may want to check out my Chess2 Impress channel, the link is in the description box. This is Rick from Chess2 Progress. Thank you very much for watching.